This is something I've been thinking about for a really long time, and we're living in pretty interesting times, and I thought it could be an opportunity here to turn the camera on ourselves and to capture a portrait of this country in these really tumultuous and fascinating times that we're living in. We had a great group of people. We put together maybe 30 to 40 people who were all producing in some capacity, and we started riffing on ideas on things that we wanted to see on a day. The idea was to film 24 hours in the life of this nation. And we were very, very adamant that everything that we filmed had to fall within that 24 hours. And, there were some rules. If something happened within that 24 hours and we didn't film it, and it was filmed somewhere, we could go out and use it. So that actually didn't really happen that much, except for news footage about North Korea, sending us a birthday present with the ballistic missile launch and the tests that they were doing on 4th of July. So anyway, we just kind of riffed on ideas and got together an incredibly talented group of people, and had 92 crews. We sent them all over the country to all 50 states, plus Puerto Rico and D.C., and they came back with footage that was surprising, compelling, horrifying, mind-blowing, beautiful, and I'm really, really grateful to all those people who worked so hard on the film. There was an additional process, and still the music it's not finished yet. I mean, the film isn't really finished yet. I think sometimes festivals are an opportunity to kind of try out, test out what you've been working on, and to get feedback from an audience and to see how it feels. And it's certainly, there's a lot to learn from showing your film publicly, and just feeling the energy. There are things that happen like, that they didn't realize that was funny, or there's a moment here, maybe there's too much tension, we could kind of let a little air out. But the music is a work in progress at this point right now. I mean, the challenge is shooting all of it in a single day and making sure that you have enough footage to make a compelling piece. I mean, that is telling a story out of, hundreds of vignettes. That's really difficult too. That has its own challenge because you don't have a traditional beginning, middle, and end. What you do have is a day. That we all know what a day is like. So that's helpful in some ways because you start with a beginning and you have an end, especially in this case with the 4th of July, you have an end with fireworks. So that's nice that you have this, what your ending is, and what your first shot could be. But it has its challenges. The other challenge was the amount of footage that we shot. We have just an endless, we could make 100 movies. So just getting to it, I'm sure there are stories that we haven't even uncovered. Yeah, I mean, there are things in there. Maybe we'll discover, the secret to the moon landing or something, or somebody who ever shot JFK maybe confessed. There's something in there somewhere, an answer to some mystery. I did a lot of things with the launch of this album, America. We did this thing where we hitchhiked. We hitchhiked across the country and, took trains and buses. We were on a Greyhound for a little while. And, that was a kind of a living, breathing, immersive version of the documentary. And the album was this, a sonic version of exploring ideas and themes of America and the American dream and growing up in this country. Then this is kind of the last piece of it. I think it's the kind of third and final piece of it. So, being on tour across America is an experience in and of itself that gives you a great sense of the country. And I think that, it's one of the perks of being a musician is getting out there and you get to know the country in a really specific way.